All right. So this is my place at Hope Village. This is the outside, the windows. I'm just showing off where I live now. I just moved into Hope Village, which is a transitional housing place to get homeless people off the streets. I've been on the streets for a little while now. I was diagnosed with schizophrenia in 2015. What used to be in this location was a homeless camp. It was a tent city, and they tore it all down. They bulldozed it a little bit at a time and put up these little tiny houses. Um, so, I'm just gonna show off my decorations and show what I got going on. Start with I got a cooler. So I put this picture of like this is a picture my mom put up on the fridge. That's my mom there. She just likes how she looks. And so this is almost like kind of like my fridge, so to speak. Basically, I just got soda. I did have a bunch of TV dinners, like frozen stuff, but they said, "Oh, you can't have frozen stuff overnight, so you got to get rid of that." And I was like, "Oh man!" So then I just, I couldn't have it till the morning, so I had to like cook all these frozen pizzas and give them away and stuff. My mom did me a favor. She blew up this picture, which I no longer have the cowboy hat that my dad gave me, and my mom eventually gave me that hat too. But man, the cowboy hat my dad gave me was like such a big deal because like here I didn't have it yet, and I got it after this for Christmas, and that was really, really a big deal and sentimental value. But I had to give it up when I went homeless. Everything had to go, including sentimental stuff in a everything in a backpack. So that sucked. But now I've got the picture, so I can still look back, and it's it was that it was given to me that was special to it, so I get to still remember that and all that stuff. Uh, I did, I also got this magazine for my mom's second husband because my dad died. And so this is my stepfather's name, Chuck. So I didn't have like any decorate at first, and the walls were so blank. So I went and I tore up some the magazine finally after all these years, and I put, just different like pictures from the magazine in there, and that was kind of the decoration. So it's kind of like pictures from the magazine, and then there's family pictures and stuff like that because now my mom's giving me that stuff. So let me talk a little bit about what all I got going on for my decorations. So the walls are whiteboards, so you can just you can erase easily, and so the walls are whiteboard. That's cool. So there's June Pride Month coming up. It's Friday. I'm recording this to upload on Friday. The wait, no, what day is it? Actually, I'm not perfectly oriented. I forget what day it is currently. It's not Friday yet. It is a different day in May, but I've already been here for sure. I've already been here Sunday, and it's after that, so I'll have to check on the phone after this. I'm just not well oriented. That's just some Bible verses. And what else? Let me show you some of the pictures, just in case I ever lose these pictures. Here's me and my sister going to a Renaissance fair. We have a couple of pictures like that, going to a Renaissance fair. Here's me and my family dressed nice. That one right there is my ex-husband Cass. That's me. Am I showing cleavage? No. Okay, and that's my sister Michelle, my brother Alan, Steven. There's my dad, my mom, and my mom remarried when my dad died, which happened to be at the same time I got schizophrenia because that month was a bad month. Can you see this? That's my mom remarrying Chuck Crawford, so now she's Nancy Crawford. It's my mom and Chuck. This is I don't know if you can see this. This is probably my proudest achievement ever. Is it just says, "Thank you, Susan, for being a great attitude and providing consistent and reliable support to the team. We love you, Nicholas." And that was Nicholas at night at Taco Bell, and it was on the back of a free taco coupon. I've since lost the I guess that 2012 because it says 2012 on the bottom of the. No, that can't be 2012 because I was diagnosed in 2015. So I'm not sure. I guess the taco coupon was printed in 2012, and that's why it says 2012. But that's a higher, like I am proud of this. I'm proud of that master's degree, right? and I'm proud of getting that hat. You know, my dad never said he loved me or was proud of me or gave me a hug, but he gave me that hat. You know what I mean? And so I did earn that hat after I got the master's degree and proved myself in some other ways. I feel like so it's like he didn't say the words, but I got the hat. You know what I mean? So it's not like so I don't know. Just throwing it out there. That hat meant a lot to me. Um, so anyway, but yeah, but that was like my proudest achievement at that point when I graduated. Later on, you know, boom, consistent and reliable support at Taco Bell. That's after diagnosed with schizophrenia. So that's like, that's like that was way harder to get. You know what I mean? So what else? Let's see. Then this is actually at Disneyland. We're having ice cream, so there's me and the family and stuff. I don't have a lot of pictures with Kaz in them. So there's Kaz. Hi, Kaz. He's a cutie. He always has been. We're divorced now. We got divorced after I developed schizophrenia. Here's another one of my family. That's I think that's my brother Steven giving a thumbs up with a smirk. I kind of like the look on his face, and I'm in there too. That guy way in the back, that's one of my brother's roommates. Roo, I guess his name is. He's a for kangaroo or something like. He's some kind of furry. My brother's a furry too. He had a website called transfer.com, I think it was. What else? Oh yeah, and because I like it, here's what I look like in college. Wearing my black jacket, and I'm doing the radio station on campus thing. So I was kind of proud of that. Here's my grandmother. There's my grandmother right there with a big old smile on her. I took care of her after her stroke. Actually, also after I was diagnosed with schizophrenia, so I could take care of her, make sure her pills were right, make sure her she could only her liquids were thickened and her other stuff was softened, And then there's my but we took care of her until she died, and it wasn't my fault when she died. She just got pneumonia one day. And it wasn't with the I don't know. There's my Aunt Shirley. My Aunt Linda's right there. My grandfather. That's he died about the same time as my dad. So that was a rough month. But that's before they died. What else? What else do I got going on? That's pretty much all the pictures I wanted to show. Yeah, that's pretty much all the pictures. I mean, that's my little cooler where I keep my sodas. There's no frozen TV dinners in there. There's just ice and soda now. So that's cool. And there's a whole bunch of little Star Wars pictures all around. Oh yeah, this is kind of wild. So this is when we're kids. That's my brother Alan. So that guy right there with the tongue sticking out, missing the front teeth. That's this respectable looking mofo right here. And then this gentleman right here, also looking goofy weird because he's copying Alan. He's let's see, I didn't put it up, but maybe it's in here. Yeah. So this goofball is looking all respectable here, so that's cool. And then, who is that? That's me, actually. That's me. Oh my god, that's me. And surprise, surprise, that's also me in the blonde. So how things have changed, and then there's some other pictures, that's also me and there's another Renaissance picture. There's some other pictures. Anyway, what else do I got going on? Well, let me show you around the place, actually, so we've got an air conditioner. As far as I can tell, it doesn't work because it should work when you go like this, and then, anything, nothing. No, so there's nothing. So that doesn't work. But check out the heater. Click it down to heat. So I've got heat, which is great. So I'll turn that off because I don't need the heat. Then there's circuit breakers. There's like little coat hangers there, which are kind of annoying because they're right next to the bed, so they kind of hang on you. But that's okay. What else? I had a penny that was right here. Hold on. This right here is like, we called this, I don't remember it because I was too young, but this is called the land of the farts. It's just, like the really stinky gas comes out of the ground, and we're little kids. I think that's me, but I'm not sure, and I think that's my mom's back right there. But this is more of a location picture. Always take pictures of people, not locations. But this one is a location that I won't forget. The land of the farts. I was showing you this picture, right? So, oh, this is a better contrast. That's me to there. That's me on the Howard Stern show. So that was pretty wild, right? That's me on the Howard Stern show. One of the few pictures I can show, because he asks you to take off your top pretty quickly. So that's the Howard Stern show, though. What else? What else? Yeah, so oh yeah, here's a cool thing. Power outlet. So that power outlet's no Wi-Fi. So this is actually going to post later because it's just recording, right? Well, actually, I don't know if that's why. It was weird as the YouTube app trying to stream. I don't understand it. If I've lost some permission or something, I had to fiddle and fiddle and fiddle. Today is a really good day for food-wise in this place because they do provide you with food every day. What are we getting today? Let's check it out. Today's a good day. It's the same. It's the same cycle every week. And there's some, it's acceptable always at least because food is money. But these are like, look at that. That's good. That's corn, some fruit, and this is Alfredo pasta. So that's cool. That's really, really good stuff. This is I was telling everybody, I've been here 4 days, but this is like my best, most favoriteest day so far of the food. I think the first day was like, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But yeah, this is that. And it has a date on it. Why the date is in the format, I don't know, but it's 2013 that this happened, this picture, and I guess it's graduated in January, February, March, April, May, and there's my mom. She was happy. I'm proud and happy. Well, Dad is there. No, but I mean, I don't know, it's okay. What else? I mean, I put up various Star Wars things, I think I was going for more of an Imperial theme for when I tore up the magazine, because, often I had my choice of what to tear up and put up on the walls. At first, the walls were so blank. They were so blank. There was nothing on the walls, and it felt very sterile and cold. And now it feels lived in. It feels good. These stickers I didn't put up here. Because these stickers are gonna be hard to get off, and I'm not gonna get them off because they're fine. But they were put up by a previous resident, so they're fine. They add some color to it. If anything, it's nice. There's a smoke detector, and there's no smoking in the rooms. You smoke one cigarette in the room, you're in trouble. Although. I am in the habit of picking old cigarette butts. This is a trash bag for me. We have trash cans right outside, but like that right there. So you only have to go that far away for trash. And then the bathrooms are basically where that fence is, that far away. So there's not that far away to go to the bathroom and get water and stuff. But I do have, like, inside this trash bag, if I want to hide contraband. I don't smoke cigarettes in the room. That'll set up the smoke detectors. But picking cigarettes out of ashtrays that are still good, or picking cigarettes off the ground that are like half smoked or something, that I can do. So and I'm not breaking the rule. There's no rule against picking up partially smoked cigarettes, but it sure looks like you smoke cigarettes in the room if you have a bunch of those hanging around, right? Because they've been smoked. But that's free tobacco, right? That's free tobacco on the ground or free tobacco in the ashtray, so you want to pick it up. Oh, you're going to hear the announcement.
April to Joy's office. April to Joy's office.
Okay, so Joy is going to be my case manager. I haven't met her yet. She hasn't made an appointment for me yet. But that's what it sounds like when they announce a meal or announce something. I kind of wanted to cover up the windows, so I covered up the windows kind of quick. I don't like the idea of stuff looking at me out the window. I don't got curtains or nothing. but then I put up, just these bottom windows. So I got this because it's Chewy, we're home. Otherwise, it's very imperial with its theming, of what I put up. And I know I'm rambling. There's not much more to show. In case you're curious about what kinds of crazy Bible verses a paranoid schizophrenic writes on the walls, I chose Mark chapter 4 verse 12, because this is in reference to when Jesus is asked about why he teaches in parables, and he says, so they will see and not perceive, so they will hear and not understand, lest they repent. And that's considered a very difficult passage for people to understand. But it's like, hey, if I decide to be all Jordan Peterson and let's say engage in electrological subterfuge with great verbosity. That's like you can hear what I'm saying, but you're not going to understand, right? So it's kind of like, this is like, hey, you're telling the truth, you're putting it out there, but you're not dumbing it down, which is necessary to understand, and so if you're intentionally not making it clear, but you want it to be clear later. You want people to be like, now I get it later, which is more powerful. That way, when they walk up to people and, after the fact, later you go like, oh my gosh, I should have not discounted this person who didn't have the ability to prove me wrong, in the moment, or wasn't flashing their whatever around, because surely they could see it and then understand it later, you know what I mean, or believe it later, like it's not like everybody's putting all their everything out there. Jesus ain't doing miracles constantly every second of the moment, right? That kind of thing. By the way, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 23. That's about concealing knowledge, and but other people say, hey, that's foolish. That's messed up. Romans chapter 2, verse 13. I put little legs on see how they're concealing knowledge. I put like a little I blocked out the mouth, versus Romans I put feet on there, on the O, for my personal interpretation. It'll take a minute and a half to explain Romans, I guess. First Corinthians, and so he's got these little, this is like food. It's what the grass represents, right? And this is rain, is represents drink, right? So First Corinthians chapter 9 verse 4 and chapter 9 verse 6, basically like, hey, well, you can read that stuff, you can vibe with it, but I find that one personally, useful, as I'm unemployed. I mean, I do go around the Hope Village, as well as on my social media, and I have a master's degree in counseling, right? I never lost my skills, so we can talk about coping mechanisms. We can talk about maladaptive coping mechanisms, and why we do them. We can increase insight into behaviors. We can reflect back content, reflect back feeling, process emotions. We can do all sorts of cool jazz, all through the framework of unconditional positive regard. We can do work, right? I'm still capable of doing all that jazz, but just I just don't actually get paid for it, and so it is what it is. Because it's more of a volunteer thing. It's like me walking around Hope Village and looking for yelling or trouble, and being available to people. Deuteronomy 25 verse 4. That's not the only place that one is referenced. That story. I think Jesus references it too. But see, then I put like the that's supposed to be an ox. The O here, and that's the back legs of the ox, and that's and the ox is not wearing a muzzle. It's got grass to eat and stuff like that. Anyway, I mean, I have my own thoughts on why that is. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8. I don't mention 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8 to my mom, because I ain't got no use in guilt trips or bad feelings. But my mom has her reasons why I'm not allowed to live with her anymore. She's got room and a couch and all that stuff, and I can't park on her property either. But when I was delusional, at times I did things like I cut up her stuffed animals that she's had since she was a kid because I thought they were hidden messages from a secret government agency in there. Or I cut all the wires to the computers with scissors because I thought that would keep my family from being assassinated. Or yelling at microphones at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's just a lot of things that stress my mom out, but so I'm never gonna explain that one to her. Timothy 5:8, Matthew chapter 19 verses 12 through 13. You may be like, wait, why is it not just Matthew chapter 19 verse 12 all on its own, like just that one, and then 13 all on its own, just that one? Why is it 12 through 13? I think 13 directly leads from 12, right? And if you read it in order, it feels like there's a segue from verse 11 and the whole deal with talking about marriage, that Jesus, because Jesus is talking about marriage in Matthew chapter 19, and then they say, well, maybe it'd be better not to get married, and then it leads up into verse 11, then goes over to verse 12, and they're like, hey, there are some who are there's some who are born eunuchs. There are some who are made eunuchs of men. And hey, these words ain't for everybody now, but there are some who choose to be eunuchs for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. And, that's awesome sauce. And then in verse 13, suddenly all these children are running up to Jesus and asking for blessings and stuff like that. And the parents bring their kids forward and like, they're and the disciples are like rebuking, like, no, 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 not you kids, no, 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 no. We're rebuke. Oh shoot, got to send. I'm sorry. One sec. One sec. Okay.